Hi, Ross residents. This is Carrie Lynn Eliff, and I want to invite you, actually urge you, to come to a very important citizen-led community meeting regarding the serious issues that we are facing in Ross Township. We need to come together as residents to discuss and to bring solutions to these issues. The way things are right now, it is not sustainable to us as Ross Township residents, our properties, or our tax dollars. The meeting is going to be Thursday, June 25th, and another meeting Monday, June 29th at 6:30 p.m. The location is Intercal, which is 5981 East Cork Street in Kalamazoo. I want to thank the owners of Intercal so much for allowing us to use the facilities so that Ross residents can come together and have enough room to discuss these important issues. I want to tell you this is not a political meeting. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. This is not political. It is the need for transparency, accountability, the need for good governance, and the need to know where our money is coming in and going out of. So, and to protect the interest of Ross Township residents. Many residents have shared concern with the way decisions are being made without transparency, without proper public input, and without proper oversight of our tax dollars. I want to share with you a few examples of what we will be discussing. This is in no way exhaustive, and I'm not going to get into great detail because we'll do detail at the meeting. I'm just wanting by way of inviting you to share with you some of the issues because some of you might be thinking, I'm not really paying attention. I don't know what you're talking about, what's going on. So I want to share with you a few of those things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the latest development. The board meeting, June 16th, the board voted to allow Chief Brown to bring on deputies specific for traffic enforcement. What does that mean? That means that they're going to be out there with their little guns as a speed trap. They voted to make Ross Township a speed trap. The only way that these deputies are going to get their salary is through the revenue of the traffic tickets that they write. That doesn't seem legal. I'm going to invite you, because I'm going to research it. Please research it to see if this is even legal. They are not going to get any money from the township. Their only revenue is the tickets that they write. So that is a major issue of turning Ross Township into a speed trap. We need to give honor to where honor is due. So I am thanking Treasurer Wiersma, Trustee White, and Clerk Stage in voting no in making Ross Township a speed trap. Sorry. And then the second thing we're going to be talking about is the lack of transparency. There are a number of cases of lack of transparency. We will be going into more detail, but just by way of letting you know, the Open Meetings Act, in December 2nd and April 30th, the board went into a closed meeting and they went in stating MCL, which is Michigan Compiled Laws, 15 something. I don't have that right in front of me, which is attorney-client privilege. And then they came out stating that they don't have to tell us why they went into a closed meeting. Then they come out and they move to accept the recommendation of Attorney Thaw. And nobody knows what the recommendation of Attorney Thaw is. Well, we do now, but we didn't then. So they're stating that that is legal. According to Michigan Appellate Court, that is not legal. If you look at Andrich versus Delta College Board of Trustees and Vermillia versus Delta College Board of Trustees, the appeals court stated that when you go into closed meeting and when you vote on an issue, whether it be litigation or pending litigation, you need to identify it by name. So based on the appellate court, our township really acted illegally in these matters. We need to talk about this. That is not okay. It come to find out it was because the township decided that they were going to sue their agent, Gull Lake Sewer and Water Authority. That's another issue we're going to talk about. They are basically suing themselves. It's like the snake is eating itself. And so we as residents, we're paying for the plaintiff attorney, we're paying for the defendant attorney. And right now we have spent, as residents, our tax dollars have spent over $30,000 in this, and we're not even halfway there. So I do want to let you know this. It appears that the township's attorney have a conflict of interest, and I'll share that at the meeting, but they might have to find another attorney. And so that's more money. But they were being non-transparent and saying that they were going to file a lawsuit against Gull Lake Sewer and Water Authority. Do I think that there are issues? I definitely do. I think John Crum needs to leave. He is a hot mess. But what, how, and why they are suing are not correct. And there's a whole different agenda to that. And we'll discuss that in the meeting. So residents, so let me get back. Sorry. So they're suing their agents. They're using our money as a blank checkbook. We also have an issue with a huge concern regarding police neglect. Residents were asking, where's Chief Brown? We see Richland police all over, but we don't see Ross police. So I FOIA requested, which is Freedom of Information Act, the Kalamazoo Dispatch. And I FOIA requested the years 2024 and through June of 2025. And this was my finding. In 2024, there were 2,056 incidences in Ross Township, to which Chief Brown only responded to 149. That is 8% of all the incidences. Through June of 2024, there were 1,246 incidences, with Chief Brown only responding to 74. That is 6%. I did go to the August 2025 board meeting. In public comment, I called on the board to terminate his contract. The next day, I wrote a letter stating the same thing. I asked for a response, never got a response, deafening silence. In September, Chief Brown got up there and made excuses with a false narrative of that those aren't real incidences. I sent that over to somebody in dispatch who called me and said, I couldn't even finish watching this. This is such a lie. And so we have major issues with our police chief. So we're going to be talking about that, the concerns with that. And then residents are expressing concerns over favoritism and being left out of decisions, and the whole meeting with a small neighborhood in Gull Lake regarding wanting a no-wake zone and putting it out there for DNR to investigate that without letting all the other residents of Gull Lake know that that was going on. Thankfully, we found that out. I was able to put that out to Gull Lake residents and gave Corporal Jill Miller with the DNR. I gave her number. I gave her email. Kudos to you, Gull Lake, because you guys called in force, and Corporal Jill Miller told me that she was inundated with calls, and you guys stopped that no wake zone. But to do things secretly is not okay. And when I talked to Clerk Stage about that, it's like, that's not okay. You should have told all the residents of Gull Lake. And she said, we have no responsibility to let everybody know. Well, that's not good governance. So we're going to be talking about that kind of stuff. So the meeting is an opportunity for residents to come together, review facts, ask questions, share concerns, and discuss solutions, and determine what actions should be taken moving forward with us as the residents. Unless we come together, things are not going to change. And I need to stress that. We need to come together. You need to be to these meetings. And I urge you again, please join us. An informed community is a strong community. So we're going to get informed on Thursday, June 25th and Monday, June 29th. The future of Ross belongs to all of us, not just a handful of elected officials, no special interest, favorite residents, but every resident who pays taxes, owns property, raises a family, or simply cares about this needs to come. A few housekeeping notes regarding the meeting. This meeting is only for Ross residents or people who have property in Ross Township. I'm asking you to share this with your friends, your family, and your neighbors who live or have property in Ross Township. I'm asking you to bring your neighbors. Let's come together as a community. This meeting is going to be conducted in an orderly manner. So I'm asking that you bring like a pencil, pen, and paper so that you can write down questions or comments to be shared during the discussion time. For the sake of everyone's time, we cannot have questions or comments popping up and taking the direction off the meeting's course. So please bring something to write with. We will have a discussion time, but we're going to hold this meeting very orderly. Pre-registration is not required, but I highly recommend it for two reasons. Only residents of Ross Township or people who own property in Ross Township are going to be at this meeting, and it's going to save you from standing at the door and filling out your information at the door. So it's going to take time. You'll save time by pre-registering. We have about, I think, 152 seats, so we have plenty of room. And so I'm just asking that you pre-register to save time at the door. You may register by emailing your name, your address, your email address, and your phone number to kljte6@proton.me. Again, that's Kite, Lion, Jack, Thomas, Edward 6@proton.me. Again, I urge you to be there. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to discussing these issues, but better yet, to bringing solutions to these issues that all of us as residents are going to work on. You have a great day. God bless you. Looking forward to seeing you.